And we are live. We're gonna do it live,
Good,
Pete.
good morning, everybody. Welcome to Think Like a Coder Live. Woo!
Yeah, live. Yeah, we're running into some minor technical difficulties with the computer. You can see this is just hitting 100%. At least now we're getting some variance in it. Before it was just right there along the top and nothing was moving. So I think we're at least in usable range.
It would seem like, at least for now, we may have to we may have to close it and restart it again, depending
Oh yeah.
on how it goes with Snap. But here we are. So last week we got the dragon following our player from room to room, right?
Yeah.
That worked, I believe. Yeah. Was it right?
Yep.
Because it's actually following that pointer, that little the arrow there, the turtle. All right, so did we lose him, or is he going to keep coming?
I don't know. Oh, where'd he go?
Did he go? He doesn't know. Okay.
So Gold Dragon is in room number 0. Oh, there he is.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
So you can sort of lose him. If you get like 2 away, he stops following you. Which is good. That's actually how the game works. You wonder if they kind of fell into that like we just did.
Yeah. Well, like, because you can see the dragon still moving. Look, he's in room 4.
Hmm. But he actually is able to get to the marker.
Whoa.
Oh, he came quick.
Yeah, he's a little quicker. I think it's good. It makes it challenging. So we do need to set this to when it starts to invisible now, because we don't need to have this showing, right?
Yeah,
Start.
the turtle, right? That you're talking
Yeah.
about.
So we can hide them right at the beginning. So we've gotten the gold dragon chasing us now, which is great because that's what we were looking for. We wanted to have it chasing us between screens.
Hmm.
Um,
So hey, John, I'm looking on the stream and I'm not there.
you are not. Why are you hidden?
I do not know.
Let me see. Did I hide you somehow by accident? No.
Hmm.
Let me see.
I
Oh,
see I see my camera on the Skype call. It's always something, isn't it?
yeah. You should be back now. Let me know if you see
Yep,
it pop
there
up.
I am. There I am. I just popped up.
It's like it lost the Skype relationship. I wonder, what it could be is that NDI, like maybe there was an update to Skype that I couldn't stop, and it may have changed the name on it. I just didn't think like how it reports the NDI name, because when I went in to open up your thing, it said, none, or it said select, and I was like, ugh. So it lost it somehow.
All right, well, I'm there now, so.
Here you go, Streamlabs and Skype. Yeah, so we've got our game pretty good. We got the dragon. There was still technically there's still the bat, and there's still
Right.
the.
The bat and the magnet and the bridge are the game elements we have not tackled.
Yeah, I think the magnet's probably the lowest priority. The bridge and the bat are good stuff.
Well, the bat's going to be weird because the bat has to kind of act like the dragon, where it's moving through rooms that you can't see.
Yeah, but
Which is
it's
weird.
well, it's going to do it all on its own. So what's nice about that is it's basically going to be a clone of the adventurer, and something that tells it to randomly move around the screen. The
Right.
map.
And now, does it go seeking out items, or just when it bumps into something?
I don't know. Can we find
Yeah.
out? Let's do Firefox. See if that'll.
Right.
Does it make a difference on? Oh,
This is what make a difference.
I was wondering if like minimizing it actually helps the performance, but
Oh, right. Like it might kind of backburner its
it says
usage.
no. All right. Silliness.
I think we need an array of computers to run each of the things we need to do for the stream.
Yeah. Well, I definitely do need to get a second computer set up to do it. It's just I'm limited on space right now on my desk. I've been looking to get a second one.
Right? Well, you don't get like a blade cabinet for downstairs, no?
Yeah. I don't.
So we're just watching this.
I was
out,
just
right?
watching it because I wanted to see. I was hoping they were going to have something specific about it, but they don't.
So we're gonna like. Why don't we look up the bat behavior in Atari Adventure? Because that's really what we want to know: is how does this bat work? And
Yeah.
while you do that, I'm gonna throw some fireworks up there because that's what we're about.
Yeah. Pretzel just started playing something that sounds more like a game. Let me see if this happens. So it says an enemy bat can roam the kingdom freely, carrying either the chalice or a dragon.
Or a dragon.
No, it wasn't carrying a dragon. The bat was to be named Nubrub. Nubrub? Nubrub? I don't know.
Nubrub. Yeah, okay. But the name is not in the manual.
But the name is not in the manual. Oop, let me go to that. I was trying to make it bigger. So including a player area spanning several different screens and enemies that continue to move off screen. Yeah, but
Yeah,
see,
but
it just says randomly steals and hides items around the game world.
Right, but we don't know if it seeks them or it has to bump into them.
Right.
Or if it just enters the room. Like it might be one of those things where when the bat enters a room, if there's something in the room, it picks it up. Like, right? Like, so we don't know.
Yeah. Let me see if there's any more bat-related information. Hey. Oh, there it is.
Swapping objects.
Well, it's because it whatever it hits, it picks up the next one and drops the one it had.
Right, so it seems like a bumping into might be sort of it.
Yeah, and here it just says, furthermore, off-screen objects such as the bat continue to move according to their programming behavior. So that's not. Yeah, so maybe.
Seems like it just flies around. You almost have to touch stuff, but maybe it can move the dragons. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah. Let's see if we can. Let me try that.
Gonna try and get it to happen.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. So we're gonna go to 2. Oh, if I just stay here. Oh.
Come on, John. You could do better than that.
Man, he was quick on getting that sword. That's not good.
Right? He just like cruised out of there. What? Oh, that's the invisible room. We forgot about that too. That's going to be some good times. We're never going to finish this game.
Oh. This is really hard. Oh, but the bat did just carry off the dragon.
It did. Okay, so bats can carry dragon. Oh, look at him go with the dragon.
That's weird.
All right, so that answers that question.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Hey, the dragon
Huh.
came from a different spot. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Ah!
Look, there goes the bat.
I know. Oh,
He still got the sword. Oh, he killed the he killed the dragon with the sword. The bat did.
oh my goodness. Now that I wasn't expecting to see happen.
I guess that the sword touching dragon code, however they did that in the Atari version, still
Yeah.
killed the dragon. How about that? All right.
I do not know this map at all. Oh. I picked up the bat.
You can hold the bat. Now you got the bridge.
Yeah. But I had the bat. I did not. I don't remember that being the case. Oh, now I want to Ah!
He got it first. Why does he keep coming through?
Oh my goodness, so I'm carrying the bat and the bat's carrying the sword.
That's fun. So now you need to bump the bat into the dragon.
Yeah.
And you did. And
Oh.
now you should be able to swap the... How do you have the... Oh, because he has the dragon. There you go. Now he's dragging a carcass around.
Yeah. Oh my
my
goodness, this is crazy. Okay.
All right, so bat it is. I like the bat.
Yeah, let's get the bat in there. I don't have the flapping animation for him yet, so we're just going to have to add the... What's that?
I said, what?
I know. I only have the...
You got a job or something?
Kinda.
All right.
So let's see, where's my bat? Yeah, so I started it. I got one frame.
Yeah, that'll be enough for us to get the gist.
Yeah, I can't remember. When I was working on the image, all I had was the one. Oh, that's not what I meant to hit.
It's pretty much just him upside down, right? Like
it wasn't.
yeah, I guess there's something. I guess it's the wings really coming up and down is what it is.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of flattens out a little bit. Is kind of what happens. But I do need to adjust the size because that's a little big. So we should change the. We should set the size to, let's say, 80%.
That looks good.
That seems pretty good. You know, everything else is bigger. Maybe I should make it 85%. Ooh, I feel like I just hurt my shoulder. You know, the aggressive typing I was doing. This.
Got to stretch out and warm up before you get going.
Yeah, seriously. All right, so let's put this in those spots too, 165, so that we can. There we go to. We'll just set those. Oh, how'd you move? You started right here. 166. And the Y position was 157. All right. So
now he's going to be running around the game.
Yeah. He's going to be running around the game.
So before we even make him pick anything up, like how do we even determine how he runs around the game? Like, So does he? So he's going to have a sense of what room he's in. So we have to build all that stuff in.
Yeah, I think the part I'm like looking at how it was running was a little weird. Think about like when we moved down and then it just popped up at the top and came down again. Like it just kept coming through the same screen. Like that doesn't. The screens aren't really set up like that, right?
Yeah, they're not connected. I guess they kind of are because you're passing through the back the way we have it. But that was on their thing, so they're not. But they are.
What do you mean? This is the
Because
bottom.
yeah, that's the bottom. And then when you go through the gate, like on their screen, you go into another room immediately, which is supposed to be inside the castle. On ours, you go through the back, but it's still that other room.
But
Wonder
I
if
guess what I'm getting at, right? So remember, it came running down the screen, took
right.
the sword, and when I went down here, you saw it come down the screen and pop off, and then like a second later, it came back up through the top screen and came down.
Right, not from the direction it disappeared to. That's true.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm curious if the bat's actually doing stuff off screen, or if it just tells you that it is, so you think that it's doing something off screen.
I think we can make it so it's doing stuff.
Yeah, I think we can too.
Let's do it that way. I don't care how that emulator did it, or even how Atari did it.
Yeah. All right. So in that case, we need to have some very similar code to what we have here for our adventure.
Right. Very similar indeed.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this and move it onto the bat.
Yeah. And we're just going to have to replace like the different
Yeah, because we don't care
movement
about
stuff.
like
Yeah.
all this stuff doesn't even matter, right? Because
Nope.
it flies right through all of that. It has nothing.
Yeah,
to
so
do
we
with
could take that if off in total.
Yeah, so we can.
There's an else down there, but
You don't need that either. This was
No.
the blocking, right? So
whoa, stuck it together. And that goes.
we'll get rid of that. It's erroring about something.
Must be. It's probably a variable we don't have on here yet, or a bunch of them, bunch of local variables probably.
I would think so. Because
we don't have.
we don't have these.
Yeah, which we actually. I don't even know that we want those because we're going to need.
Yeah, we don't need this because this is all the stuff that's related to if they can move or not. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we're going to need something that does that, but it's going to be a different. It's going to be automated. It's not going to be key presses and stuff. So
yeah,
that can also...
and this some of this stuff here is about banging into the walls, and we don't need that either. We don't need this changing rooms. The broadcast there for any of these.
Right, because that is used to light up what's in the room, because that means that we're there. So none of that is required, right?
Oh!
Ooh, wrong one. I think there's an undo, John.
Oh, there is an undo.
There you go.
All right, so now we've got just the basic logic about moving from room to room, right? So this just allows us to say, hey, should it change the room that it's going to, and it goes to the next one. Mm-hmm. So the only thing with this that I just realized as we were doing this is, what do we do? What do we do when there's no room that direction? Maybe that's the reason it goes back up to the top and comes back in the way that it did. is that there was no room there. You know what I mean? Like, because that would be the question, right? So the bat comes flying in, and it's going horizontally, and it's going to fly down the screen. And what do we do once it's reached this edge of the screen? Because
Well,
there's technically no room down there.
So the question is, when we enter a room, do we basically choose a valid direction and then send the bat that way? We could do that. Or we could just reset them and then we'll get sort of the behavior like you were saying. Like maybe that's why it was just resetting to the top.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I was like, maybe that's the answer to it.
But then how does he ever stop?
There's just a random moment of when it changes the direction it's going. Because did it fly around? See, I'm gonna have to start it back up again because I don't remember it flying around the room. I remember I seen it flying kind of in a straight line every time.
Yeah, like across the room.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody else remembers how that game played, but I'm wearing one of my Coat on the Beach shirts. I have to tell you, I'm gonna miss that this year.
Yeah. Like so many other things, right?
Yeah.
It looked like he did kind of fly around, John. Nah, that time he flew across.
Oh, shit.
That time he just flew. Oh, but he flew around there. So he just has a trajectory when he grabs something new. Because he's got you in the dragon. Is that what's happening here?
Yeah. And then he hit the sword, so then he dropped that.
And now he's got a different, like, trajectory.
That was an interesting way to find out what the bat was doing. Now that it's carrying you.
Yeah. So now he's going. So he just moves in that direction to the next. Until he hits something new.
I think until there's something else in the room, and then he flies towards that. See if we. Oh, we're probably not going to run into anything like that.
Yeah, because it's just recycling now.
Yeah. Shoot. Let's see if he comes. Let's see if he comes back in. It almost felt like, and I don't know if this is true, but it felt like he was coming into the room at the right level to get a thing in the room. Come on, Bat. No, Bat may have gotten stuck somewhere and may never show up in this room again. Where'd the dragon go?
Yeah, what is going on?
I don't know. I mean, there's definitely some sense that the bat was flying towards items in the room that it's in.
Right.
The tricky part for us with that is that we're probably gonna have to change those objects to have that generally reported, and so that the bat can check to see if there's something in the room or not.
Right, we're going to need the position. So I wonder if that's another list to have the position of everything that you can look up. Because
Yeah.
once you enter a room with something, you need to actually know its X and Y position so you can fly toward it.
Yeah. Hey, there's nothing here. Oh, can the bat touch the gate with the key and close it on you? Oh no. This game is pretty crazy. All right, so well, let's just try to get the bat moving around the room, and we'll have it change directions every now and then, and start moving towards something else.
Okay.
Um, now that begs the question: do we need another hidden item to follow so it doesn't rotate? Because we're going to point it in a direction and just say go.
Right. Because yeah. Right. Because we're not like figuring out the X and Y position. Well, yeah, because it'll rotate. Yeah. I think we do. I think we need a sprite, like another directional sprite to keep it from spinning around.
Yeah, and I think this, or we could just do it where it spins around. I don't think that's the greatest idea because that's not like how it worked.
Yeah, I feel there should be a way to like turn that off and then not have to do this weird sprite thing every time.
Let's see. I think it's because we just have move and point. We don't have like a move in direction.
Is there something maybe like in the costume itself for the sprite? Like any settings or anything? Like there's. It's just that. Doesn't seem like it, huh?
It does not. Whoa, what just happened? The whole control just disappeared. Now we have like shown, I mean, it's really nothing that talks about rotation, I don't see. Unless there's an effect that could do it. Nope. I mean, we could try seeing if we can find something that says it, right? So we see snap.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking on my end
Okay.
here, but I'm not really finding just yet. It's just like the reference manual in general.
So here's the hard part: is that snap is not is too generic, and so it's finding all sorts of different issues.
Oh, there's a. When is this from? Oh, hang on a second.
What, you see something?
Maybe. Hang on. I'm not sure yet. I will. And in the set block, the one you use to set the value of a variable. What? No, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna hold off on that. And we'll just right now we'll go and I'll create a new follower sprite. If the app ever decides to come back. Didn't like me changing tabs.
Yeah, wow. Did not.
Yeah, it took a while. What did I call them?
Who, the bat?
No, I was trying to mover. That's what it was called. Just the mover, bat mover. Look at these other movers so I can make sure that we're doing something similar. That one. Yeah, so I need to have an event. This is, let's say, bat move. All right, so
Right.
so I don't need,
Yeah, so
Yes.
really that's, yeah, now it's just going to follow the other one.
yeah. So now I can just put when I
Yeah.
receive. I
Pretty
guess.
much go to the mover, right?
Yeah. Guess we point towards
Yeah.
the bat mover. I think we'll just do that. And then the bat mover, we've got to.
Now this needs to know how it moves.
Yeah. Which there's actually one other aspect of this that we're going to need because we need the bat, what room the bat's in, and have it compare whether it should be showing or not.
Right.
Right? Because that's going to be a big question mark here. So let's make a bat room number.
Right.
And that's going to be for all sprites. And this we need a when clicked. We're also going to actually need I think we're going to need something that's going to be when the room changes for the bat.
Mhm. Yeah, so that we can change what room the bat's in, and also check and see if it now has come into view.
Right. So I think in here we're going to need a new one and say bat changed or change room. It's actually not a good message. But
And in each of those, really.
Yeah. I was thinking about actually I think I want this to be first. Well, let's do that. So now we've got a thing that'll let the bat know it's changed rooms. So then in the bat, we'll have to do when I receive bat changed rooms. Then we have to do a test to see is it in the current room that the adventurer is in.
Yep. Let me know whether to show it or not.
Yeah, whether to show it or not.
You need a greenie.
Yeah. And then we need the bat room number and the bat channel.
And yeah, the room number.
You know what? This should have been an if else. Just as I was doing it, I realized it because if they're equal to each other, then we want the thing to show, and then otherwise we want to hide it.
Right, because you need to turn it off as well.
Yep. You know, we need to do one other thing. We actually need to check to see if when the adventurer changes rooms.
Yes, and put the same code in there.
Yeah, so we need a test for both of those.
Yeah, almost wants to be a subroutine there. No
Yeah.
duplicated code.
I know. That's what I was tempted. Oh, excuse me. I was tempted. All right, so we have some of that laid out. Now, I feel like lights are flashing. Either that or my eyes are messing up. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't mean I'm having power issues.
Uh-oh. Well, we almost made it. We only got 10 minutes till 10, so.
Yeah, we
had a little late start.
Yeah, a little bit of a late start. We need something that's going to tell us that it's going to move. So we can have a direction. So we can kind of set a direction.
Okay.
Maybe we should try doing that first. We'll just have it randomly decide whether it's going to change directions. Maybe that's what we can do. We can kind of put a spot right here in the top that just says...
Yeah, it does like a roll or something.
Yeah. Let's do that first, and then that'll give us a way to test some of it.
Cool, like a pick a random number kind of deal.
Yeah. I don't remember how to do that in here. I know we can.
You're in the right spot. The operators is just pick a random number. It's right there. It's a bubble.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's right. So we need to be able to say.
Yeah, so you're going to do like 1 through 4, I guess, probably, right?
Well, no, it's how often we think we want it to change a direction, right? Because this is really going to say, do we want to change direction? Do we want it to be a 1-10 time? I think I want to make it higher. Well, let's start with 1 and 10, and we'll just say if it's equal to 1, then we'll do it, right? So that way it'll give us that.
Right. Now, that's going to run a lot, so it's going to change a lot because we don't have a weight down there.
So it should. That's kind of what I want to do at first, right?
Okay.
So what I'm thinking is, because I want it to happen 1 in 10 loops, I want to get us a change in direction so we can see whether that's working or not. Because we need to say, yeah, I guess we can do it like this. And then we'll just do. Now we'll do a random again inside of here, but that random will be between
the 1 and
300.
It's actually it runs negatives. It's like 180 to negative 180 or something weird like
really?
that. Yeah. I'm trying to remember now. I'm sorry, I can't remember exactly how it.
That looks better.
Yeah, it's doing it. So.
Yeah. Well, I guess we know it's working, right? So, like, if we did this to 1,000, so it's going to be a 1 in 1,000 chance that it's going to actually change directions. That may be too much. Maybe let's try 100. That's a little too frequent. Let's try 500.
Yeah. There is a concept of ticks that you could build in for this kind of thing. I don't know if it's worth it for just this feature, but...
Yeah, I mean, I guess the other thing is we can put this in a different loop that only happens every so often.
Well, there's a timer that you can actually grab and then just say like run this particular piece only every second. So like, it'll run through there 1,000 times before it runs again, and then you could still have it in that like 1 to 10. But
Yeah.
it's kind of a lot of code to put in for just this.
Yeah, because I think then if we put in here for something like that.
Wow, it's fast.
Yeah, that is a little fast. Well, it's because it's doing it every loop.
Yeah, we could put it in its own loop with a wait. I think you start to do weird stuff with your performance when you start putting those in, because it's not actually multi-threaded. So it gets weird.
Yeah. Why did it not change? So something I just noticed, and that's why I was kind of surprised to see it at first, was that why was it changing rooms? But it's because we're still using the room number, not the bat room number. In the
Oh, so
variables here.
it's using the player number. Yeah, the player room.
Yeah, so it's kind of like,
It'd be nice to have it replace.
it would.
Oh, what's this? The Balrogs on the Commodore 64. Atari's Adventure.
Yeah, we're doing a. Oh no, that's not. Oh wait, no, I guess that was fine. Doing a Ready Player One series.
I had to throw up some fireworks for the new chatter. Hey.
Yeah, right. Alright, so I got that happening. One of the things that I don't remember, how are we doing it for the adventure that we changed? We set the room number. Oh, because here it's happening. Oh, so here's the set. So I gotta go through and change all the sets too.
Right, in that drop down.
Yeah, so I need to change this to bat room number. Change this to bat room number. And bat room number. And bat room number. And bat room number.
All right.
So that's good. So now the movement portion of this. That seems very fast the way that we're doing it.
It does. It really does. Like he's flying through there because that loop runs really fast.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to have it happen every time through.
We can probably put a weight on this.
It'll block the whole thing though. Now for the bat, it's not going to matter much. But like if we were using the keys, like you couldn't do it for the adventure.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, we would have to be careful there. But I think here, because this is kind of fully autonomous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, blocking the whole loop isn't the worst thing in the world for this.
Yeah. I don't.
There it is. You're going past. You're going past. There it is. I think a second's probably long.
Yeah, let's try that. Let's see. Oh, you know what? We do got to set an initial room because we didn't actually set a value for it.
Mm.
So we need to make sure that we can say that the bat room number is equal to 0.
Right, and that's the room we're in, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
We should probably also, just to make life easier, we should broadcast it that the bat room changed. So that way it'll change it and then let
the bat sprite itself know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other thing that we need to put this down in the bat move loop there. Let's see what happens.
So he's just kind of twitching there, huh? So that's way too slow.
Yeah.
So
we let
maybe pick that random back to 1 to 10 or something. Well, no, because that's just a change direction.
yeah, but the bat turned. Wait a minute, what did we do?
And the room number didn't change yet.
What did I do wrong? What did I do?
Yeah, it's just not doing what we expected.
No. Oh, we used go to. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. So instead of point towards,
Oh,
we
for
want.
the following. Yeah. Because the other piece handles how far you go. This just needs to blink there. There we go.
Oh, he still turned.
Maybe we should start. We should have something that puts it at like 90 degrees to begin with as well.
Yeah.
It's always good to take possession of everything when you start up.
Because you don't know what it's going to be filled with, right? That's always the.
Yep.
That's always one of the. I mean, at least that used to be pretty. All right, so 90, I think is the right.
Yeah, I think it's still good advice in any programming, more times than not.
So that's really slow.
It is really slow.
I don't know what the answer is to this. So
So if you take the weight out altogether, then it's really fast, right?
yeah.
It wasn't that fast.
The bat room number didn't change though.
It did not. So why is that not happening like we would hope?
Don't. Well, I think what the problem is. So it went off a direction that there's a wall.
So it falls out of this sort of.
Yeah, I think that's part of the problem. Should have this as a point in direction.
We should check and see if it's a valid direction. Although it moves in all kind of crazy. It's going to be hard to do.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about walls. Remember, that was the whole
Yeah.
thing. Is that it doesn't run into anything. It just kind of flies right through it. So I think the fact that that's the case, we just need to have something in here. But see, there's this test that happens. It says if it's greater than 1.
Maybe we need an else on that to set it back to the beginning of the room. Because that's kind of what it was doing. Remember, it was just going back to where it started.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, maybe that's right. Maybe it is an else. So we say if it's greater than 1, then go to that 1. Otherwise, what are we doing?
Go back to the start position for that room, I guess.
Yeah.
But we don't have it. Unless we
Well,
grab it when we change rooms.
yeah, right. Do we go and say if? Let's see. I guess we'll try one. There's no easy way to.
What are you trying to figure out?
Well, what we're going to actually do to reset the position. Like, is it really where it entered, or do we want to have it kind of perform an operation like asteroids?
Like where it just goes off so it'll slowly move across the room if it's on a diagonal kind of thing?
Yeah.
Well, that was actually pretty easy because we were able to just kind of flip the coordinates. Remember when we did it for asteroids?
Yep. That's kind of what that's what I was thinking, right? So
just make them negative.
Yeah, so if we're doing this, we're going to do that. Yeah. And we're going to get rid of that. And so otherwise,
we just do the X and Y times -1. I'll flip them.
no.
No?
Well, because in one direction we want to go one way, in another direction, right? So let's say it's coming like this, and it's going to come down. It's going to hit here, and it's going to jump to here.
Hmm.
So I think you're right. I, I guess we do just change the Y by. Okay.
Yeah, because well, I feel like we had this exact same discussion when we were doing the asteroids, and we were like, "Oh, that was easy." Like it was surprisingly easy.
So I need to do this times. All right, cool. So then I got to do this down here too.
Did that all come with it? Did okay.
Yeah.
It's just like a little bit of stutter with the screen share.
Oh, okay. Well, it's because my machine is at 100% not able to move. All right, so we've made that change. Now we got to do it for. Oh shoot, this was for the X position.
Oh, did you put the Y in the X? That would have been fun.
Yeah, we would have figured that out probably a little bit faster. So you change this. I'll put this down here. That. Now we put X position. Oh shoot.
That's an undo
Sorry.
situation.
Yeah, that was a little loud though. When I said it, I was like, wait. It's funny because it's actually running. I didn't stop it, so you can kind of see it changing as it's going.
Right, because it's all lit up, so you can see this the code executing sort of.
Yeah. All right, so put this in there. We move this up here. Move this in here. And get rid of this. And then.
You got to do the Y deal. Yeah.
Yeah. And now we do it one more time for this position. Duplicate that. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So, what's that?
nothing. So we're good. So that's the X.
Yeah. So that's gonna
Two
actually.
X's, two Y's. There it goes. Cool.
But it shouldn't be. It should. There's a room down there. It should have gone to that room.
There is a room down there. So what are we doing wrong?
Oh.
Oh, that was the direction change probably happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. The direction changed. I was just like, I was surprised that it's still doing the same thing. Like it hits the bottom here and it goes up to the top, and the bottom should have actually taken it to another room.
So why is that not happening?
I don't know. Oh. Where the
Still didn't change rooms.
It didn't change rooms, but it didn't reset properly. I think we might need to have the X and Y position for the bat.
Now it's in room 5.
Did I change
So
something wrong? So you say if it's greater than 1, then we want to set the bat room number to the current room. The room in that array value.
So
But look at those XY positions. They're monstrous. Like Y is greater than Or X is definitely greater than its position.
Yeah. Because it's drifting. It's slowly drifting out.
Yeah, like it should have
It's
hit.
it's running on an angle, so it's just outside of the rooms altogether, I guess.
Yeah, but all we're checking is that the X position is greater than a certain value. So this block here should be getting tested, and we should say, oh, it's greater than 240. So if this, then it should be checking to see if it can go up.
And it can't.
And it can't.
So it's set in the X position.
I think
off the screen.
Yeah, so here's the problem, right? It's now so far off the screen that it's probably bouncing back and forth between negative and positive. So let's see if we start it up.
All right, so now it's going in that direction. It didn't come back. Why didn't it? Oh, because there's a room over there.
There shouldn't be.
Because it moved into room 5.
Where is room 5? We gotta look at the map again. Oh boy. So in 0.
So it thinks it went up. So it went more up.
You know. Yeah, and I could see that.
And then it tried to go right, probably, and there's nothing there.
So it should have been looping in 5. So it's.
And it seems like it is. So if you go in there, is the bat in there, you think?
Oh my gosh, look how slow this is. This could just be from.
He's not, because he's way out. The X is way off to the right.
Yeah, he's way out there. Let's try. I have a thought. Maybe we can. I think what may be happening is that this is working great, like the multiplying it by the -1, but then it gets tested again. So we flipped it, and then it flips it back.
Okay.
You know, we just can't see it happening. So what my thought is let's just say on this one, we'll change it by 5. And then, yeah, so that'll be changed by 5.
So is that kind of just shove it back into the field of play a little?
Yeah, this is actually -5. Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Well, maybe I should do it.
Could just add it there. Like inside of that set, too. Like you could nest it up, get another bubble inside there.
I could. We can. So we could just do.
Yeah. Right.
This is going to be a similar one that we're going to need to do down here, where we're going to need to add +5. Then down here we're going to actually subtract 5. And then down here, subtract 5 also. So we kind of have to bounce it back into, kind of give it, it's almost like we're giving it a head start, right? We're kind of like, we're switching and then we're jumping into the field of play so that, so here's what I was seeing is happening, right? So in this spot here, X would get greater than 240, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boom, we would switch it to taking that position minus that.
Right.
I'm wondering, right? So then it was set it to this. You know what we could have actually done? So we could have actually just used this set. We don't even need to do this math here.
Right. Just set it to the edge. Just
Yeah,
set it to the edge. I think that.
I think that's what I'm gonna do because I think that's honestly I think that's even more straightforward.
Well, I
Oh,
think you're
wait a
right.
minute. This is why it's running so slow. Oh, why do I have the and wait on some of
Oh,
these?
because it waits for everything that's waiting on it to fire before it releases the thread.
How did I accidentally put that in there though?
They're right next to each other. There's one. There's another one. There's another one. Crazy. So
Wait a minute,
that is the slowdown.
But the question is that in the adventure one too? Yeah, change rooms and wait. Do we need it to be a wait?
That one we might because you want to have other stuff happen before you continue.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll leave it for right now. So the other thing is going to take these, remove that, and then just duplicate this to put down here. Oh, I don't need these extra ones.
So if that runs in both, do we want to just stick it outside that if else?
But I just changed all those ifs.
So wait, there's something, or are we missing something? Do we still need to flip the sign, even though it's?
No, it's doing it already. Because see, it's less than 100 minus 180. It's setting it to 175.
For the next room. It's just
Yep.
we're not changing. Okay.
I am in agreement with you that we probably should move this out. I will do that next. Let's see if this works first before we go and change all this stuff around.
Okay. I'm with that.
Yeah. So what was happening is obviously then we'd hit this negative 40, 240. It would be outside of that, and it would then switch it again. So I think this should actually save us. All right. So now it's going to go. It should actually switch to room. Oh, wait.
All right. So, huh.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. So, oh. Okay, because it's in the other room. So we don't actually have this hiding yet. So that's what.
Oh yeah, the pointer.
That was unexpected. So that worked okay. That other one didn't. That was.
That's still stuck in 5. Why is it not changing? Because there's no room up there. It's got to go down before anything happens, I guess. Now it should come in.
It should have.
But it didn't.
It did not.
All right, so our room change is not working out.
We're bad. So we get 0, we'll get 1, we get. So this is our main room, right? So 5 and 1. So down is 1 and 5 is up. 5 has really only one room to go to, which is. Wait a minute. No, 5 here. Yeah, 5 comes back to 0. So let's try this again and see what happened. See if, because when it comes down, it should actually hit the bottom and go to room 1, but it didn't. Okay, so why did it not go to room 1? Let's stop you from continuing to run here. So it was going down. It checked.
So if the Y position is less than 175, right?
Yep. So if it's less than 175, that's greater than 180. Maybe the number's too big. Maybe we need to make this smaller. No, because I should have still gotten to it, right? Because
yeah, it still kept going that way.
So if it was less than 180, it's saying. So that's down. That's why it's checking item 5. Find first item 1 of value.
Gold Dragon room number. What?
Well, that would explain the problem, right?
Yeah. What is that all about? Okay.
You know what? We were talking at the same time as I. Ah! What the heck is happening here?
Something not good. What's happening? Ah,
Oh my goodness! What did it just do?
where? How? Where did that go? Isn't that of? Like, there's no there.
Oh no!
What is happening? Oh no.
Oh, gee. All right, so I just got rid of. I want to get rid of all of it
Okay.
because it is all wrong.
Yeah, that was all jack.
What I'm going to do is I want to copy. See, here's Gold Dragon also in this one. Let's see if I can fix this one successfully. Bat room number. Okay, so that's why some directions were working and some weren't. All right, so then I should be able to duplicate this and put this inside of here. It needs to be greater than -1. And then, how is this set item of and it's just nothing? Like, that's the crazy part. Like, it's just that whole thing is broken. So then I want to set that room to this. And this needs to be, instead of 6, needs to be 5. Right, so then we'll do that. 5, 5. That should be the right direction. Let's give this a run now. All right, go down. Come on.
And
room 1. All right.
Okay, so it's down there. It's moving across
and now. It should stay in room 1. So now if I should be able to move into that room and see the direction.
And there he is.
There he is. All right, good.
So eventually he should change direction.
Eventually, yes.
Did we leave that in there? We did, right?
We did. It's still in there.
Okay.
It's just very infrequent.
Yeah, 1 in 500.
Well, because we did it in 1 in 500. Oh, there it goes.
All right, so now it should be able to change rooms again. And
Yep,
it did.
It went to
it's
0.
in 0.
So now it should then. Oh.
Oh. It's in
because
5. I don't know what's causing that, John. I mean, it's getting the room number right, so that's good, but
I mean, things are happening good.
it's weird that it hit the edge like that.
Yeah, I need to actually run. I've got some stuff I need to deal with.
Yeah, we're like 20 minutes over anyway, so it's cool, but
yeah, it's pretty close. I think part of what was happening is the Y position has to be greater than 180, and I don't know why the move wasn't letting it move past the 180. We may need to adjust our numbers off by a little bit.
right, because something was making it stick on that wall.
Yeah, I think the move steps doesn't let it move off the screen, I think.
That might be.
And I think that might have been what was causing. So it got stuck right at 180, and we do greater than 180, not greater than or equal to 180. And if we had done that, that may be able to address it. Or if we make this 179.
179, yeah.
But I unfortunately I do have to run.
All right, well,
I have saved it, so we are at least saved in this state. But I think we're gonna have a lot of bats moving around. Now we just need to have it pick stuff up, and we'll get there.
Yeah, this was cool. We're a lot of the way there. So next time bats.
Next time.
We'll go
Oh,
batty.
bats.
Go fully batty. So
Fully
you got
batty.
an alien storm before we go?
Oh yeah, let's do an alien storm. Alright, so we got one. Just wanna make sure. Oh, did it not do it? Oh, because I had an extra thing in there. So now if I just do a whole bunch of them. Just alien storm it up. Alright. Everybody, have a wonderful weekend, and may it always be an adventure.
Yeah, right.
We'll see.